What's up everyone, it's DV and welcome back to my part 2 of building my new island. So last video you saw the whole process of building this. It was actually a lot of fun, and building my staircase, and we pretty much wrapped up with this right here where we finished the interior and exterior of this pyramid. So we finished the whole thing here, and in fact I'm going to open this up a little bit to give some light because we need a little deck over here. So next what we're going to do is we're actually going to finish this outside here, and then we're going to start adding some polish and layering some things because we don't have any nature whatsoever in this build. And we're also, it is very symmetrical right now. We're actually going to be breaking that up a little bit. So I'm actually going to be creating some biomes. I also have some plans for another tree and some other stuff. So it's going to be a really cool little build here. Definitely mixing in some fantasy with sci-fi. And that's kind of the goal with my build. So one thing I really wanted to start on right away was adding in some glass here. So let's add our red glass, and we're going to bring it down to about right here, and we're going to bring it up. By the way, if you haven't already, it'd be awesome if you can hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you like Roblox and Roblox Islands. That'd be awesome. So this is as far as we're going to go up, all the way up to this right here, and then it's going to stop. That's what it looks like so far. It's very red, right? And so we're going to deepen that a little bit. And so next we got to make some honeycomb. So we're going to add some honeycomb. This is just a typical design. We've been doing it for a bit. I actually made a video with Fossil White showing this technique on how to make lava. Little technique for you to be able to climb up with it. That's how we do it. Add another spawn block up, take this one out, reset. All right, so we got all those. Now we're going to actually start adding some lights. Now, one thing you can also do, and I only did 2 layers here. The other thing you can do is actually add more red in between. And I think that actually looks a lot better when you do that. So we're going to actually do that real quick. I'm going to show you the difference here. So this is all obviously one layer of red here. We're going to actually change it up a bit. And so what we're going to do instead is we're going to do a double layer of red glass and then add the honeycomb. So watch the difference here. All right, so you can see it's a lot redder. It looks pretty good at night too. So we're going to actually glow this up now. So we're going to actually make it really, really bright. And as a result, our entire spire is going to get really bright. So add a spawn block, and then we're going to go up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually place this first candle light right here like that, and we're just going to place them all like this. Let's go double check that brightness real quick. I think we can actually go a lot brighter than that though, so we're going to go brighter. Let's go back up and fix this up. So we're going to basically go every other like this. This one's going to be tough. All right, let's add that one. Dude, that's so bright. All right, that should be plenty. Let's go check it out. So it's going to be really bright at night, which is exactly what we wanted. So you can notice it's really bright inside. And so what we can do is we can actually brighten it even more if we do something like this. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take off one layer again because I have an idea. Okay, so I have an idea. See how it's getting really bright right there? It's looking really good. So what I want to do is I actually want to add more of these to this. So let's do that. Let's add some glass blocks. So I'll do one right here. Yeah, look at that. That looks so cool. All right, this is looking way better. It's kind of what I was trying to go for, but I guess the thickness wasn't right. Just to keep things looking good, we're going to go and change these out to red because I do want red in here. So combining that with the red should help a bit. And then let's go up one and do it again. All right, that's looking really good. All right, let's go buy some more luxury candles. That looks really cool. If you're wondering where to buy these candles, by the way, these luxury candles, it's just from John, the blocks guy. Just scroll down and it's right here. We'll buy 20 more of those. Oh, that looks cool. All right, so that's kind of what we were going for. I like how bright it turned out. Very cool. All right, so next up, I'm coming over here and we're gonna fill this in a bit. So I think like a little bit more thickness to this. So we need probably at least the 5 going, and then we can cut out from 5 to 3. And then we can go back out like this. Kind of like a wing. It's almost like a wing, but it's not. In fact, let's make it a little thicker because I'm going to be using this a lot more. So it's going to actually be a solid area that I can actually do experiments on that don't really require any grass. So these are non-grass builds. And then the other side is going to be my grass build area. Because as you all know, I like to do a lot of builds and I don't want to have to keep resetting to do those builds. We're also going to add lights under it. We're going to use more of these candles so that it's not so dark at night. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so that's my build area right there to the right. And this left side is going to actually be very similar, but it's going to be for grass stuff. So we're going to basically frame this. I would say about 2 blocks. Let's see what I did over here. Okay, so we're going to do about 2 blocks thick on the frame. And as you can see, it's starting to get dark, right? So it's a perfect time for me to work on the other side. So that's really pitch black. Look how black these blocks are. It's so dark. So here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to brighten this up. I'm going to show you my technique here. So we're going to put a light here, a light there, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be like this. like 4 blocks in between. And it's not a hard rule, but I just want to space things out, but you can't really see it all, right? So how this is going to work is we're going to create this little hanger. So we just basically move our camera so we can kind of see through the hole here like that. And then we're going to bring 2 blocks down and then a shelf. And then we just add our little candle here like that. Then we can cover it. We do the same thing on this one and then cover it. So you see we're lighting the ground without really adding any torches. The torches on the surface are such an eyesore that I discovered this one day and I was like, whoa, this is way better. So you can see there's no lights. Like it feels like it's just so much better. Just so much better. All right, so we need to go buy some more lights. We're gonna go to the hub now and get those. Now I know you might be thinking like, DV, why don't you just use ceiling lights? Because, you know, I'll buy one. I'll show you what I mean. They're not as bright. So I'll show you what I mean. You can still use them, but they're not as bright. Man, it's so dark. All right, here's an example of a ceiling light. See that? It's not bright at all. So take that out and we put this. This is bright. So obviously when you spawn in, you're gonna be able to see these. So we will actually shield these a little bit better later. So you'll just see like kind of like spike looking things under that. It'll look better soon. Let's go and cover that one up. So you can see it's looking a lot better. We don't have any in the middle yet, so we'll end up lighting the middle as well. This is just the cost of having a really dark design for your island though. And then the center obviously needs some light. So let's add some spots here. We'll add one here, here, and here, as well as here and here. Should be good enough to light our center. Now for the grassy areas, you don't need to do this as much. Grassy areas can be a little bit messier, but flat surfaces look kind of weird. All right, so now we just cover them up. And we got the center of the platform lit up too. So you can only see kind of like a couple dark spots. That's okay, that's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and start finishing this up real quick. Because remember, this is gonna be the grassy area. All right, here's our grass. We're gonna go and fill that in. So in part 3, I'm actually gonna be doing a lot of terrain kind of detailing. And it's definitely gonna be expensive on block counts, but I think it's gonna be worth it. And I don't plan on doing any stores on my island anymore, so I don't think there's gonna be a problem with that. All right, so that's our area here for grass. So we can actually do some planting. We'll go ahead and scatter some grass here just for now, and then we'll put some trees in too. Some berry bushes. We'll throw some horseradish in, some mushrooms. Totally organic, as organic as we could go with this. We'll even throw in some dead bushes. This is totally a wild area. I'm gonna hate clearing this later. We'll put in some really cool flowers. Just scatter it all. Scatter the cool colors. There we go. There's the wild. That works for now. All right. So next what we got to do is we got to focus on this other side. Then we're going to add in some garden lights, just a couple. We'll add in some torches too. We don't mind torches over here. Usually like to hide them around trees, less noticeable. All right, that should be cool. All right, next up, what we need to do is we're going to cut this part out. So we're going to cut a line through here. And what I'm thinking is we'll go a little wider and then we'll span it out like this. Something like that. Actually, we can't do this because the portal right here. So it has to be like, it's gonna have to be something like that. So let's go and pull that out. And so what we need now is clay. So get our red clay out. We're gonna put a base color here, just 1 block under. And then we throw the red glass on top. Something like that's fine. And then we're gonna do something similar over here. But first let's do it right here. So what I wanna do is I want it to connect to these stairs to kind of show like a directional, like, let's see. So we got this right here. Yeah, kind of like this. And then it can split off right here and then join back in the middle, kind of like that. And every now and then we'll go outwards like this. And then we continue in. This one can go like that. We just continue all the way down. This one's gonna be slightly different than the top one. This comes all the way down to here. And then what it's gonna do is it's gonna trace all the way around like this. We just want to make sure we add some paddings. We don't want like corner leaks like that. That looks good. Okay, so now what we need to do is this is going to actually go 3 deep, okay? So this is going to basically be glass first. So let's go ahead and place our glass down because we can actually see through the glass and work through the glass. So let's just put our glass layer down and then we can pretty much run on it and add that little split there. Fill these in. All right, these are almost all filled in. Okay. It's already looking really cool. Okay, so now we run all the way back and we're going to add another layer of glass. So pretty much starting here, we're going to add a double and it really deepens that red. Plus it adds a gradient to it. It looks really cool. I mean, the more layers you do for this, the better it looks. Okay, so we got double layer. You can see it's already 10 times better. Way deeper on the reds. And now to make it even deeper, what we can do, we put a solid clay block underneath it. Now you can see it's actually kind of bright. It's got like a natural brightness. So you can already see it's looking way better. And it adds a little dimension to it too, which is kind of cool. All right, so that is completely filled in now. So you can see it looks a little weird because it's got like a little bit too, you know, like the whites and stuff. So to fix that, you can pretty much just do this and block the corners or edges. See how it's red right there? It gets boxed in. This is a little easier to place because you can just wrap it around. All right, it's looking pretty good. The red doesn't really bother me either under it, so that's pretty cool looking. All right, so we need to add some red up here too. So we're gonna cut this out right here, and we're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna do the same thing we did down at the bottom. We're going 2, and then we're gonna go 1 for the clay, and then we're gonna wrap it around like the last time as well. All right, so we got the red entrance. Let's go and wing this out a bit. Just gonna cover a little bit of that red so it's not so in your face. We're gonna add a couple of lights. Those look pretty cool. I like the lanterns. Add a couple lanterns there. Kind of matches this, the oranges with the reds really match, especially with my style of like, especially with my logo. Then we're gonna add another one at the top here like that. Give us a little bit of light. We're gonna go take these out because these are kind of annoying. That looks cleaner. So I feel like this area is really dark still, and I want to fix this up a bit. I feel like it's really dark. Let's go ahead and change this out. Let's do like a little design here. We'll add some red blocks. Just wanted to add a little bit of something. It's not perfect yet, but I wanted to add something to it. In fact, let's connect it. Let's connect the bottom here. All right, so we need some lights over here. It's definitely too dark. So we're gonna have to light this up quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna try something real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add in openings here. I don't know if this is gonna work. Might work. All right, let's try our lamps. Let's see how this works. It might be too bright. This might be too bright. Let's see if our eyes glow. No, it's good. It's not too bright at all. When you know something's really bright is if your eyes start glowing, like your head starts glowing in a weird way, then it's way too bright. But this is actually pretty good lighting. The only thing I don't like is you can see the kind of the candles, but that's okay. I don't mind that. So we're gonna add some more on these sides. Okay, so we're adding in some more lights here. That should be a lot better. It's kind of dark right here still. All right, that's good. Way better. Much better at night. We're still a little dark here. What I want to do is I want to add some lights probably around this area. So let's see what kind of lamps we have. We have these. It's not too bad, but we have these tall lanterns I was curious about. All right, so for this path, I'm thinking since it matches the beam, do something like this. And I'm actually thinking it would have been cool to do a lot more of these on the sides. So now we can actually go inside here and start filling this in. So this should be all glass, all red glass. Very typical design of mine, very traditional. All right, so we completed the floor in here. It looks pretty cool. What I'm gonna do is down here, I'm actually gonna put some grass, and that's gonna be where my animals are gonna go. So what I'm gonna do here is there's actually gonna be a stairway down. So we're gonna go downwards to about, so we're gonna drop down to about right here. Actually, we're gonna go a little further down. We're gonna go down to about like right here. And then we're gonna make a little doorway. Actually, that's too close. It's gonna go even further. I think we're gonna go to about like right, yeah, about right here. So we'll put a little walkway out. And then this is all gonna be grass down here. And because we have the space, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go and add a little bit of hills in here so it doesn't look so flat and blah. Gives them more space too. All right, that's good. Let's add a couple troughs here. We'll add some haystacks, some nests. We'll do some truffle barrels. I don't know if I'm putting pigs in here. I probably won't. And that should be pretty good for now. Let's go ahead and add a couple eggs in here. Let's put in some chickens. Let's add a door. And let's see, what else should we do? Should we add, let's go ahead and feed these guys. What do they want to eat? They want to eat berries. So let's go ahead and put some berries in there for them. There they are. All right, let's go and open and close. Get back in there. No, get back in there. There we go. Okay, that should be good. I think we can drop down to here. We'll extend it a little bit more. That should be good. So there's our little animal area at the bottom. It's pretty cool. And then at the top, we're going to actually do like more of a workbench area. Let's go ahead and close this off. That was really bright. So let's go ahead and start closing this off because we don't need to see this. All right, so that is completely blocked now. So you're not, I mean, it's still bright up there, but at least you're not going to see any of those lights and lamps exposed. It was kind of ugly back there. This looks a lot better. Let's see how bright this is. Let's see how the lighting's over here. So this looks pretty good. Liking that lighting. Over here is looking pretty good. And then that's looking really good. So yeah, I mean, we need a little bit more light back here. So I'm going to go and just temporarily add some lights. We can do these for now. So in the next video, I'm also going to be adding some, layers to this, some little bit of levels, kind of like what I did down here, where you can actually drop down to the animals. All right, so now what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to actually set up a workbench area. This is all temporary for now. This is just so I can, actually build stuff. The update's about to drop, I think today or tomorrow. So I want to make sure I'm ready for it. Get all of our benches out. All right, that's good for now. So, all right, so that's going to be it for this video. I'm definitely going to do a lot more to this island. So much more. part, but it's a lot. It's getting there. It's getting really close. I'm really liking it. It's feeling a lot more like home. I really miss this spire. It's really cool, and it's nice to have like an upgraded version of it. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably add some more golds and stuff in here too. So definitely a lot more to come. Have a lot of ideas, and I might actually invite a couple of guest builders to help out with a few things. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all most likely in the update stream. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.